Welcome back, you all, to another stream. 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 Well, that was disconcerting.
Shortcuts.
Okay. Welcome back, you all, to another stream. Let me see if everything is working. Everything seems to be alright. Mm-hmm. Right. Okay. Welcome back to another stream, you all. Today we're gonna continue working on learning how to edit. I have my trusty notebook here. I obviously don't have a pen, like seriously. But I got my trusty notebook here with all the notes we've been taking. A quick review. I already opened DaVinci Resolve. So we have the first day we worked on the media page. We saw how awesome and useful it is to have everything sorted and labeled, and we saw how to sync audio, and that was super awesome. We learned about the metadata, how much we can do with that. And obviously, the more files you have, the more you could do, and the more you should do to keep yourself organized, especially if you're more professional, in a more professional setting, because we're all professionals here. So after that, we worked here in the edit page, not the cut page. We skipped to the edit page, where he explained that 90% of what the work in DaVinci Resolve is is here. So we created this first clip uh, based on different clips. We learned that the first clip should be like a wide angle scene, and then we have the and then we can create like different scenes depending on what's happening. So they arrive, then we see this over the shoulder, and then we get their expression, and then they talk, and then we clip to her, and then we clip to him. Why is this double? This is supposed to be like him, but whatever. I don't know. But we also learned that maybe if I just trim edit mode, I can just move. So this is the first, second, the clip. So it's moving the cut that we're making side to side, but it's keeping the same length, which is pretty cool. And I think here it's moving it to the side of the whole cut. So maybe once first, and I'm guessing here the audio as well. So we can obviously, so if we didn't clip it exact, we can just slightly tweak it with this tool, which I wrote here down what they call it. The trim without leaving the slip tool. Yeah. Okay. We uh we ended up after doing that. We also saw the other technique, which is having a base clip or anchor clip, and then putting the other clips on top of it based on the anchor. So we saw that he was going forward, and we have a close up of him, and then he's walking closer. We see her in the back, like moving to the side. So we have a small clip of her, and he's getting closer, then his face again, and he gets closer and looks back. So maybe another clip of her, like what's going on over there, and then another clip of him, like what did he touch, like maybe another clip of him, like what did he in his angle, what did he touch. But that's more like, now we know that that's how it works. We got an anchor clip and another bunch of things that you could do and you could work with. We ended up him talking about the importance of shortcuts. So I did write some shortcuts here for DaVinci Resolve. Yeah. So we have ripple trim, project manager. We also worked through the different outlines and the different views over here. So far, this one's my favorite because it gives me information and the clip, so I can go through it real quick, see what kind of thing I'm looking. We also learned that double clicking here and clicking here gives us this. And if I let's say I want the clip over here on, and then I want the I beginning and then the O here, then it will drag only that. Super useful. Um, and then we also have where we could throw it to the side and then it will replace, overwrite, or insert. I'm guessing whatever clip we have here. So let's say let me see, if I hold here and then throw this one here and then replace, yeah, you saw it replaced those clips. So wherever the red line is, it will replace that if I press replace. Or we can ripple overwrite, which is crazy. Insert. We also got the insert button here. So if I want a clip be inserted exactly here, but that's the end, or here, and then I just press insert here, it would just insert it here, which is good if I needed to insert it here. So I can insert, and I don't need to like, oh, move all of this to the side and then insert or stuff, which is useful because what we're figuring out is that if you grab a clip that is bigger and you just try it, it just like it overlaps everything and just like erases it. So the insert clip is really good. So we learned all of that. I don't know what I did there. I could redo it if I want to. But I think we learned the basics. Oh, I don't want to erase the anchors. Maybe we'll work on that again. I don't think so because he moved on to shortcuts and stuff. But it is a 5 hour course, and we're only an hour in, so I don't know what else. I might actually have to make a film with all the clips he has here, and then color grade and all of that nice stuff in the future. If you hear some chirping, that's just a chicken that I have on my laps. We have chicken outside, and this one lost his mom today. It's a little chicky, so he's here with me. I'm guessing he just wants to sleep, but he can't find enough warmth. Just in my hand. It's crazy. Small chicken. I had you for lunch today or yesterday. I did one day, most days. Chicken. Well, so I'm gonna continue today. I gotta find a pencil real quick, so I'll be right back. Or pen. No, mini. No va a hacer nada. Estoy diciendo que no va a hacer nada. Tú no ves que no va a hacer nada. Ya se lo hubiera hecho. No le va a hacer nada, déjalo. No, no. Déjalo. No. No lo puedes mover, ella tiene que estarse ahí. Cuidado que la pueda hacer. Okay, I'm back. I got some pencils. Ah, why is this broken? Ah, okay, let's continue with the video.
That I change
Yeah.
for resolve. Everything else seems to make pretty good sense to me, but those are the ones that are really nice because I can use 3 fingers to do a lot of editing, and I'll show you the power of that here in just a second. But this looks good. I want to make sure to save this. So I'll go up to these 3 dots and say save as new preset. We'll call this intro shortcuts, and okay. Great. So now this is saved. I can close this, and now we should be able to hit Q, and that's going to trim the edge, and W, that should trim the edge, and S should split this. So I have 3 fingers that can do a lot of these editing tasks. So check this out, especially if you're editing something where you have a lot of footage or whether you're just trying to cut down maybe a podcast or something like that. You can go through here and just look at the waveforms like this and see when somebody's talking, right? And so you can split it with S, and then you can get rid of this part with a ripple trim to start. So Q, like that. See how this works? S, Q, just like that. And I can do this by just aiming with my playhead and then Q, right? Just like that. And I can trim this whole thing and cut out all of the silence really, really quickly just by looking at the waveforms and trimming it to those waveforms. So that's a great way to cut down things that have a lot of talking and just keep the talking. In fact, that's how my editor, Sam, is cutting this tutorial. Pretty much same thing, Q, W, and S. What I would recommend doing, especially if you haven't edited before, is I would double click on each of these clips, set the in and out for whatever part looks interesting, and drag it down here into the timeline. Add these all to the timeline and then kind of mix them together and put together a story in the edit page. Now I'm going to cheat a little bit and use a timeline that I've already worked on just so I can show you some more cool stuff. And to show you this kind of stuff, I'm going to import a bin. So just like you can open a project or export a project, you can export just a bin or a timeline in Resolve. It's really helpful. I can right click here in the empty space in my media pool and go down to import bin. And I'm going to select the bin.
So QWS actually sounds useful. Maybe you should have started with, I don't know, a glimpse of how he was going to use all the shortcuts before I talked nonsense on how shortcuts might not be useful. So now I gotta go back, make the shortcuts that he told me to do. So because I also want to do QWS because it sounds useful because he made it look useful, right? So my bad. Yeah, I should wait before I talk and see. So back we go, and then we're gonna go after we make the shortcuts. We're gonna go make our own edit to this.
Control backslash,
and that might be the.
And one hand on the mouse, it's kind of awkward. Actually, recommend this is a whole big panel.
So let's open the panel. I think it was DaVinci Resolve, keyboard customization, and yeah, we have this. You know, my keyboard actually doesn't have this control button right here. It only has this side one. The left one doesn't have the right one. Weird. So if you press anything, it tells you quit DaVinci Resolve, Q, show reference wipe, export project, control. QWS is what he used. Save project. All right. So I'm gonna.
Dedicated to keyboard short, you would press after that modifier. So Control Shift left bracket. And this will show you the command. So this is start to playhead. If I click on this, that'll open up start to playhead right here. And if you want, you can change the keyboard shortcut.
So Control second. For some reason, it doesn't show up. Control Shift. Type playhead. Oh, okay. Control Shift.
For this. So I have mine set to Q for start to
Q. So now what I want to do is add mine to Q. Oh, Q. Assign. So
playhead and W for end to playhead. Let me
W, of course.
kind of walk you through this because it's kind of annoying. So I'm going to switch back to my DaVinci Resolve shortcuts here. By the way, they have presets for shortcuts that are kind of like Adobe Premiere Pro and Apple Final Cut, Avid, Pro Tools. What I usually do is I set this to DaVinci Resolve and I'll do this. This Control Shift left bracket, this is start to playhead. If I click on this command right here, that'll bring that up right here. If I click on this little plus, that will make a little box here and I can type whatever keyboard shortcut I want. So start to playhead, I'm going to select as Q. Great. Now it's going to come up and say Q is already assigned to something, which is fine with me because I'm never going to use this view source timeline viewer. You might use it, but I'm not going to. So whatever you assign to it, it's going to tell you if that's already a keyboard shortcut. So I'm just going to say assign. Now, it gives you a little warning here. The reason there's a warning is I'm going to go out of here, go back to my just vanilla keyboard here and click on Q. Then it's going to list all the commands that are under Q. So we have start to playhead, which is what I want, and then source timeline view. Let's click on source timeline view here, and let's just get rid of the Q.
Okay.
Shortcut right there. Great. We're going to do the same thing with W. So let's go ahead and
W. And playhead dynamic trim mode. I'm guessing that's the one we don't want. So, oh, took away. Okay.
and open up W, dynamic trim mode. Let's take that off. Okay. And then we're going to look up Control Shift right bracket, which is end to playhead.
Why is W working? Okay.
Let's make this W. Great. So now we have Q and W set to start and end to playhead. The other thing that I like to do is set this S key to split clip, which is Control backslash split.
Control backslash. The clip S assigned. What is S assigned to? Toggle slip mode. So we probably don't want that.
Clips right here. So I'm going to actually set this to S. It's going to say, hey, S is already something. I'll say, okay, assign. Then let's go back to S and take away toggle slip slide. Boom, like that. Now I have Q and W and S, and those are really the only keyboard shortcuts that I change for Resolve.
So let me write them down because I'll probably need that in the future. When I probably have to set these same settings on my laptop. So I'm gonna get used to editing how he's teaching me, right? Because that's what we want to do. I hope the audio quality is also better. I did some fixing and adjusting with the audio, so especially so you guys don't hear my laptop and stuff. I mean my keyboard and stuff. Oh man, I'm tired. And S for split kidlit. Okay.
Everything else seems to make pretty good sense to me, but those are the ones that are really nice because I can use 3 fingers to do a lot of editing, and I'll show you the power of that here in just a second. But this looks good. I want to make sure to save this. So I'll go up to these 3 dots and say save as new preset. We'll call this intro shortcuts, and okay. Great. So now this is saved. I can close this. And now we should be able to hit Q, and that's going to trim the edge. And W, that should trim the edge. And S should split this.
Okay. So we obviously have to go back and make our own clip. Right? So discard cancel. Save. Images of personal. That's what we're gonna call it. Personal. Now I can close, right? Yeah, close. So we got, just gonna try here because we're gonna redo this. Q for deletes the part front part. W deletes the back part, and S deletes splits in the middle, right? We can make a lot of splits. Q back, W front. I mean Q front part, W back. I guess that's really useful. Like, oh, I wanted to there. This rest of the information is not useful. So SQW. All right. So after that, it's just now we gotta make our own clip. So let's start with something. Obviously, we have a general idea of what we should expect. Let's see. This one is the side shot of him walking towards it, right? This one is them here. This is the expressions. This is her expression. This is his expression. 13, right? I said there's 2 clips of this girl moving. 13, 13. I mean, there's the same clip. What? Why is there 2 clips of the same thing? 57, 29. It's literally the same thing. What? 4:15:1. And this is what? 4:15:1. It's literally the same clip. I'm deleting that. Yeah, I'm deleting it. Delete. Okay, so this is the shot of him getting close. This is his expression walking towards it. So this is basically a different thing, right? What? Where's the one where they get with the bike? I wanted to start from there. no bike. I can't find the clip with the bike. Oh, this is it. So this is gonna be our first anchor clip, and then right. So I want to drag this here. And obviously I didn't.
Down speed.
Camera.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Scene 4, shot 4, take 5.
And it's good. 3, 2, 1, act. Okay. 3, 2, 1, action.
Oh, he said 3, 2, 1 action, and I. Okay.
No. 1, action.
Okay, so there, and they get off the clip.
Wow.
It's good. Let's do that one more. Six. It's good. Let's do that one more time. After 1, 6.
Okay, so that's the first clip on this one. The first one here.
Wow.
You obviously have a little bit more space. You can probably just trim it slightly. Probably zoomed in a little bit more. I think that's better. The one of her moving. This is the one of him getting closer. This is the one of him opening. You see the guy. So I know with that where I'm gonna put that one mostly, likely. So now we want this scene, right? Actually, I want to see the 10. Was it the 10? This one? Because they supposedly recorded a second part here.
Good. Still roll. Okay. Ready? And 3, 2, 1, action.
Wow.
I think that was pretty good. That was awesome. Yeah. It's good.
I think it's about the same. I think they were a little more excited on the second one. The first one, they looked a little more like what concerned. So I'm gonna keep the first one. But after that, we obviously want this shot. He kind of helped us because he told us what shots should be coming right after the other. Well, I don't want to drag the whole thing, right? So we want to watch it first, see what clip we're getting. So I want something from below the shoulder right here. And yeah.
Wow.
13. I actually like this better because they say like the whoa from this sound. You obviously hear the whoa. You don't see them saying it. I wish like their faces would go closer. Do their faces go closer? Yeah, this clip right here. Wait, can I get another clip of this version? Okay. What's gonna happen to this clip? Well, I'm just gonna add a whole another thing, and then what? Why isn't it? Probably messed up this thing. You're looking that way. So split, right? Because we don't need that other part. And then what happens if I press W? That goes away, right? And Q, this goes away. Right. So they say, well, I want this basically right after they say, well, oh, two. So this scene, how are they higher here? What? Okay, that makes sense right here. Sorta. Because for some reason, I wonder if I could get the clip and also reverse it so they look back on the thing. This is weird. I don't know if it's just because I don't know what's happening there with the cut. But it is what I want. So Yeah, it is what I want from that perspective. And the cuts look a little weird though. Like when they're looking at each other, it like jumps up. So they see the thing. Okay. So now we gotta find the anchor clip where they talk, which I'm pretty sure is that one. So this is the anchor clip where they talk.
2, 1, action.
Go check it out.
No way, you go check it out.
Fine.
Okay. Oh, okay. So I already have what I need here. This I'm just gonna place on that line.
Go check it out.
Maybe uh,
Go check it out.
Hey, yep.
Go check it out.
No way, you go check it out.
Fine.
okay, so we have her face, right?
No, you go check it out.
So where is it that she says,
No way, you go check it out.
right? And we look at this.
1, action.
Go check it out.
Oh,
Yeah, what?
Right, go check it out.
right here maybe.
Go check it out.
No way, you go check it out. No, you go check it out.
So what I wanna do, just
Oh,
I would just delete the audio, right, of something.
Go check it out. Go check it out. Go check it out. Go check it out. Check it out. Go 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 check it out.
nope.
Go check it out. Go check it out.
So maybe obviously what I'm trying to do now is the other two technique, which is cutting on action, right? So he's pushing her. And we learn.
Go check it out.
So I want to clip here, move to the side, and then I want this clip to go here, right?
Go check it out.
No.
Go check it out. Go check it out. Go check it out.
No, you go check. No, you go.
Fine.
Check it out.
Yeah, that's about.
No, you go check it out.
And then when I split there, W.
Fine.
Why is W not working? W is not working anymore. Whatever.
No way, you go check it out.
So this clip is what we just used. What? I don't like that it's messing with the clips over here. So there was a part where he said fine, right?
Go check it out.
No, you go check it out.
Fine.
No, you go check it out.
Okay. Fine. Fine. Okay.
Check it out.
Fine. Okay. I'll go check it out. I go. Fine. Okay.
I wanted to hear S.
I'll go.
So I just wanted fine, okay. So there's a good split for me. W. W stops working, right? I don't know why. This S did not. So story goes.
Go check it out.
No, you go check it out.
Fine. Okay.
Yeah, that's really good for me. At least what I can do right now. This is them arriving. This is the one.
Action. Go.
Scene 4, shot 12, take 2.
Thank you. Doing great.
4, shot. Roll.
Right in front of his face.
Oh, gotcha. Scene 4, shot 12, take 2.
Thank you. Doing great.
So I don't think I want the whole thing, but I like that it gets a forward camera view, and then he walks because he's walking here, right? So I just want the forward camera view of him walking forward. Yeah.
Great.
So just that. And then this whole thing. Yeah.
Roll it again. Okay. Keep going. Keep going. Sam, you dipped down a few times. Okay. We waiting on
Nothing.
perfect.
We emerge with the grab walk that we were talking about earlier.
2, 1, action.
Go check it out.
No way, you go check it out.
Fine. Okay. Go check it out.
So I want that clip too. Before we got the clip of him on his own. Now we got.
Right. Go check it out.
Cut. So, yeah.
There's a small clip, but this one. Oh, it's gone. I don't even see it here anymore. Oh, it's right here. See how that looks.
No, you go check it out.
Fine. Okay.
That's pretty cool. I didn't even notice the transition between he was alone and then now we could see the sister. So that was pretty cool. Okay. So now we want the clip where he's walking towards the machine. So it's probably this one. Right. This is our anchor now.
Beginning of an era, him in there.
Oh. Rolling everything. All right, rolling. Okay. Yeah. Three, two, one, action. Cut. Ready. Yeah. Cut.
So that's basically the clip I want. This is what I want. Of course it did YouTube. So this is the anchor. This is the whole thing. Moving over here. So from here we got. So I do want to add this one somewhere over here. Let's see, double click. Maybe this one's more at the end. Yeah, that's really good. I like that, surprisingly. And it's right there. Does he have any other cool scenes in this one? No. But actually, he might. Okay. So you got the scene where he gets closer. Okay. So those are his two scenes. This is at the end here. What he sees happening. I still have to add the girl clip.
One.
Okay, and action. Go.
So here at the end.
Yep. Reset. That looked good. That was good. Go.
So before he touches it. So this one I don't want over because it's not part of the actual moving, more like an in between, right? So yeah, we got moved on from that one. So that one I want to split here and insert this, insert.
Go.
So I don't actually like that he moves back. So all I want is, uh,
Go.
here I want to mute. Can I mute this? Just mute all of that. Doesn't work.
Go. Go. Go.
I think that's as good as gonna get that one. So that's that clip. I think that I've used all the clips. Alright, this is what that one is. So all I'm missing is the girl clip, which is should be simple to place around here somewhere, right? So first, let's watch it.
15, take one. 1.
Also the other way. Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. Peeking.
So that's all I want from that one. Oh, of course. So now I gotta find where it's moving, right? And just maybe insert. Really?
Peeking. Peeking.
Doesn't make too much sense. Maybe if I zoom in more, I can more accurately put it, place it.
Peeking.
Oh, okay. So I see. So what I want is to trim to where she's there. I think,
Peeking.
yeah, whatever. That makes sense. And I think that's all the clips, right? Go check it out. Oh, there's a side clip of the whole thing happening. Of course there is.
Peeking.
Maybe I just like S here, get creative with it, and like add that scene. I wonder how accurate clip by clip it would be.
Scene 4, shot 18, take 3.
Okay, good.
Take 3.
3, 2, 1, action.
Go check it out.
No, you go check it out.
Fine. Okay. Check it out.
So I just gotta add bits of this to the whole thing. Oh man.
Peeking.
Here I actually want to replace. Let's see what that looks like.
Peeking.
Is this transition good? No, because he's still moving. Maybe if I use this tool. So here in the end, I remember he touches it. There was no view, like it was a weird view. I'm touching it like over here. So maybe I want him reaching to touch it like that, and then S, then A, did this, then I want this clip here.
Okay, good. Okay, good.
Yeah, something like that. And then obviously this clip also includes some walking scenes. So some talking scenes, I mean.
Camera.
Did this edit the last one? No, right? Hopefully not. Hey, one clip.
Scene 4,
Where's a lot?
shot 18, take 3.
Go check it out. Go check it out.
No, you go check it out.
Fine.
Maybe here.
Go check it out.
No, you go check it out.
Go check it out.
No, you go check it out.
Fine. Go check it out.
So maybe not the actual talking, but this is the beginner. Why doesn't it? Oh, there we go.
Go. Go check. Check it out. Go check it out.
Yeah, I think I got it there.
Go check it out.
No, you go check it out.
Fine. Okay.
Oh, oops. I deleted way too much. Delete this. The guy talked too much in the background. Okay, good, but clip hadn't ended. I don't know. Yeah, it's fine. I think that's all the clips now, right? I've used everything, created, created content, created content. Guys, reviews where I've learned so far to create a whole clip, anchoring, layering, using different angles, telling the story, what they're looking at, uh, what's it called? Cutting in action, editing when people react and when they're looking away, what are they looking at. Look, I've used the tools, I've used the normal A tool, I've used the frame edit tool, the blade tool, I've used that split tool. It's similar to the blade tool, but different. I use the Q tool, Q shortcut, W shortcut. No, I haven't used W shortcut, but Q shortcut to do that. And we have the magnet. We've used the drag and click, and we learned that I can use the same clip multiple things, depends how many angles it has, I and O. So I've used everything that he taught us so far. Create my masterpiece, because it's my masterpiece with what I have. And now we continue with the tutorial. Almost 11 though. I don't know how long I've been streaming for. Let's check the stream health for. I hope you guys are actually able to see it. How long have I been going for? I've been going for an hour and 15 minutes. Wow, that time passed by really fast there. By really fast there. So we got this edit done, and then we're gonna continue.
So I have 3 fingers that can do a lot of these editing tasks. So check this out, especially if you're editing something where you have a lot of footage, or whether you're just trying to cut down maybe a podcast or something like that. You can go through here and just look at the waveforms like this and see when somebody's talking, right? And so you can split it with S, and then you can get rid of this part with a ripple trim to start. So Q, like that. See how this works? S, Q, just like that. And I can do this by just aiming with my playhead and then Q, right? Just like that. And I can trim this whole thing and cut out all of the silence really, really quickly, just by looking at the waveforms and trimming it to those waveforms. So that's a great way to cut down things that have a lot of talking and just keep the talking. In fact, that's how my editor, Sam, is cutting this tutorial. Pretty much same thing, Q, W, and S. What I would recommend doing, especially if you haven't edited before, is I would double click on each of these clips, set the in and out for whatever part looks interesting, and drag it down here into the timeline. Add these all to the timeline and then kind of mix them together and put together a story in the edit page. Now I'm going to cheat a little bit and use a timeline that I've already worked on, just so I can show you some more cool stuff. And to show you this kind of stuff, I'm going to import a bin. So just like you can open a project or export a project, you can export just a bin or a timeline in Resolve. It's really helpful. I can right click here in the empty space in my media pool and go down to import bin. And I'm going to select a bin that says Casey only. You will not have this bin, okay? Say it with me. I will not have this bin. This is Casey only. All right, it's not included in the files.
I don't have that bin.
This is just for my demo purposes, okay? So we're gonna open, and that's how you import a bin. Inside of this bin, I'm gonna have a couple of timelines that are gonna help us learn some stuff. Just double click on my edit demo thing here. And here we have an edit that I made using this footage here on the edit page. Let's take a look.
This is also cool because now we can compare his story to the story I made.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm.
Go check it out.
No, you go check it out.
So first difference, he didn't put the looking at each other. I don't know. We gotta be creative. See, we're using the same footage and somehow different ideas. So that's pretty cool. Is it needed on my part? No, but do I like that I did that? A little bit.
Fine. Okay. All right, check it out.
Oh yeah, I think no, I had more transitions. He used the wide clip there. We both used the same clip, but I had more face transitions. Well, in my defense, I was just doing what he taught me to do. Then I don't I doubt that there is any right or wrong. I'm just comparing the two. His is really professional. So, I mean, he is the professional.
What was that?
Oh, he had it. Oh, that's really nice. He had it open. He was scared. He had it open, and then he looks back. That I didn't think of. Did I even? Oh, that's why she was with the light when she got the light on her. I didn't do that either. When he looked at the light on her, there was a short of her moving like that. I remember where that was. I just thought that was she's great. Well, those are
So
two.
it's a cohesive story. It has a beginning, a middle, and an end. The kids show up, drop their bikes. This is what they see. They argue. The guy starts to walk forward. He's nervous. She's nervous. It moves. They kind of panic and they go in to investigate. Now, a couple of things to point out here about this edit that I made. One clip here has a split,
Check it out.
but there's no cut. We're not really cutting to a different clip. It's just split here for essentially no reason. What we can do is we can actually repair this by right-clicking here on this edit point and saying delete through edit. And that's going to make this into one clip, which is going to be helpful later when we're doing color. There's no reason to have a clip split if you're not going to cut to a different clip or severely change that clip. By the way, a great way to move up and down the timeline when you're zoomed in is to click and hold the middle button on your mouse and drag. And what that will do is let you kind of grab this.
Wait, I'm writing those notes down. That's useful. Delete through edit. So right click.
Timeline and move it back and forth. And that actually works for just about everything in Resolve. I can move this preview around by clicking and dragging on my middle button, on my scroll wheel button. That's kind of the click and drag and pan sort of shortcut for most things here in Resolve. So I can move this over here, and it doesn't look like we have any more through edits. Ooh, wait, there's one. Let's right click on this, delete through edit. There we go. Good. But actually I had this split over here for my audio. And the reason for that is because this audio is really loud. So if we play this back, those are just really loud bike sounds. And so the cool thing about the edit page is not only can you organize your video tracks and kind of change their order and everything, but you can also mess with your audio. And so what we really want to do is take the volume down on this clip. We actually have the volume turned way up here in our edit, but normally there's a little line right here, and you can click and drag this up and down to change the volume of your audio. And so I had this turned way up because I want to hear kind of the quiet parts, but it's way too loud for when the bikes fall down. And so what we can do is just split this right here, and I just want to split the audio. And when I select this, it's going to select both the video track and the audio track. And I can just select the audio by going up here and unlinking this chain link here. And then I can just select the audio and move that separate.
Chain. The chain.
Separately. I can also hold Alt and click on this track just to select it by itself. But either way, I want to select just the audio, and then I can split it with Control / or whatever you set your keyboard shortcut to. I can just split that right there. And then I can have a separate volume line for this part and this part. And that lets you change the volume of your audio. Now, we don't want there to be a really harsh difference in our audio where the ambient noise is really loud and then it turns it down immediately. See, if I bring this back, we'll have this kind of sound where it turns it down immediately. And so what we might want to do is crossfade this. I can right click on this edit and go down and I can pick one of these crossfade options. It doesn't really matter. You can pick the 12 frame, let's say. And what that's going to do is crossfade these clips together, which if you have two different clips, it's going to fade out the first clip and then fade in the second clip kind of gradually so that you don't notice a cut there. But when you have the same clip at different volumes, what it essentially does is it kind of just turns down the volume over this amount of time. So it's a lot more gradual and you don't notice. That difference.
So let's do that ourselves. Doing is the best way.
Same thing here.
To remember in the future. Wait.
Yeah.
I saw this. Oh, that's nice too. So if I want to, yeah, the scroll wheel I can fade down, and then yeah, I can also move that. That's cool. Scroll wheel OP. So we have the audio here. Can I move? What I want to do is make this smaller. So that makes this bigger, but why can't I make this screen smaller? This one bigger. Both the same size. Is that not a choice? I mean, there's literally seems to be a choice for everything you want to do. No. Fit. That's for the whole screen. What is this one? So I can't seem to do that. Can't zoom in and out though. Good. See the bit screen. So I can't seem to do that, which is not cool. It's fine. So I'm just gonna press Control. Was it? No, Alt. Now I'm holding this. So unlinking it seems to be better because Alt only works the first time.
Whoa.
And what we want is that. really it's a lot. And actually, I want it here, and this back up, and maybe we can fix this. Delete through edit. Nice. Nice. So we just used all the tools we learned about. Actually, I'm gonna put this one.
Whoa. Whoa.
Go check it out.
That's nice. And I find this is a really nice way to adjust your audio over time. The other way that you can do that, I'll just take this volume line down a little bit. The other way you can do that is hold Alt and click on this line, and that will give you these little control points. And you can move one up and one down, and you can kind of adjust the level of volume over time here. So you can get really detailed with how you want to change your audio in your clip. And so if you have one really loud part, you could just kind of squish that down. So we could do this. I'll just kind of get rid of this and bring that out like this. We could hold Alt and add a couple of control points here. And I can bring this control point down and just bring down that little part. And that's good too. It's really kind of dependent on what you want to do. The reason I tend not to do this so much is because it's kind of a pain to grab these little points and move them around. And it's easy to kind of mess this up or get too many points, or, you know, if I have to move one, then I have to move the other one. And it just kind of is annoying. And so what I'll usually do is just select this audio, turn this clip down, and crossfade these. Because then I can do stuff like roll these edits back and forth. And that's going to change where that adjustment is really easily. It's really up to you. Here you'll notice this little triangle. This is from bringing this little white handle over. And what this does is this makes a fade, like a fade out. And so anytime that you have a clip where you want it to fade in or out, you can take these little white handles and bring them in, and that's going to adjust a fade. That works for both audio as well as video. We have these little white handles in this video too. And so we have this fade up from black.
Go check it out.
And then fade down, right? So if you're making a movie trailer where you have stuff fade in and out all the time, that's a good way to do it. And oh my gosh, there's so much more to get into with adjusting stuff on the edit page, but we're already gonna have a long enough YouTube video here. So I wanna show you just a couple other things in the edit page before we move on. Let's talk about the inspector. So the inspector is a panel that you can open up over here on the right. And what this is a list of properties for whatever we have selected. Now, this is a universal thing in Resolve. Before we move on, let's talk about the inspector. So the inspector is a panel that you can open up over here on the right. And what this is a list of properties for whatever we have selected. Now, this is a universal thing in Resolve. There is some version of an inspector on just about every page. And so this is an essential concept for you to understand. When you select something, this clip has certain properties. And when we have this selected, what it does is it opens up those properties here in the inspector. So we select something and we adjust its details and its properties in the inspector. Now I can hit this little button to expand the inspector so that it's the full height of the screen. And we can see all these different properties. So every clip has a bunch of properties. So I'll select this clip here and we'll just see what these all do. There are tabs up here, and these are different categories of properties. So a clip by default is going to have video and audio tab. And depending on what other fancy things you do, these other tabs might be available. But the video, we start with the transform properties. These are ways that you can move and scale and rotate your video. And these controls, some of them have sliders, which makes sense. You slide this back and forth. And some of them just have numbers, which you can double click in and replace with a number, or you can click and drag left and right on any of these numbers to control it sort of like a slider. You can double click on any of these properties to reset them. You can also hit this little reset button. And so now if we want to zoom in on her face, we can zoom like this, and we can adjust the position to be right there on her face. We can adjust the rotation if we want to. And that's how we would do that for this clip. Now it's only adjusting this clip because this is the clip that we have selected. If we go to this clip, it is unaffected. In fact, if we're over this clip and we're looking at it, we're adjusting the zoom and nothing's happening. That's because we have this clip selected. And so that's loaded into the inspector. And so we zoom this way far up. We go back to this one and it's zoomed in really far, right? So let's go ahead and reset everything in our transform. We also have cropping where we can crop the image. We can adjust the softness of that crop. This is great if you want to mix kind of one side of one.
Okay, this is the time. I'm only an hour and 17 minutes into this. Oh, there's no way. There's just so much information. I just felt overwhelmed by how much new information he just threw at me, and like the ideas of what we made right here, and how just this inspector button could have made the whole thing very, very different. Like way different. Like just completely different. Like this whole thing seems like child's play now, just because I got that inspector button. Like a second ago, I didn't even know that was a button, and I thought like, oh, the fade thing, the audio fade, I could do a lot with that, right? Fade in, fade out, used to it. But that inspector button, that blew my mind. So I'm just gonna copy because I don't want to mess with this one. Just gonna copy this new thing, and we're gonna play around with the inspector button, and then I'm gonna go to sleep because I'm tired. Yeah, just blew my mind. My mind has been blown to smithereens. So, so I'm also learning that I can do that with the scroll wheel. Just expand this clip, expand. So, what if I click? No. Can I see these audio clips bigger? Yeah. Maybe it's because it's already big. Yeah, it was already a big clip. That's why. So if I want to see the top ones, I just make the small ones smaller. All right, but and then move the timeline like this with the scroll wheel. Cool, cool, cool. So let's first split right here. Test this one. Press the inspector button, and let's just zoom in. See, because why not? Precision. And let's see what that looks like.
Whoa. Whoa.
Well, first of all, this clip. What? Delete. Oh, I just delete that. See how that looks. So now that the black lines aren't there,
Whoa.
I still don't like that transition. Why is it jumping? I'm too tired to play with this right now.
Go check it out.
No, you go check it out.
So maybe on this clip, I also wanted to
Fine.
zoom. I
Okay.
just learned how to zoom. That's gonna be awesome. And then this clip, why not zoom too, right? Zoom in on that. This one. Now, so now I want this shouldn't be the like why is it impossible to delete clips? Oh, I can't even use my words right now. I just wanna use you to replace you. Oh, I can't. Okay. So for once, it did what I wanted to do. I gotta be careful with that because yes, I positioned it where I wanted it, but it was not. There's like black frame. Yeah, and now that's one clip I do want to add. Like, where's her face moving? I think it's this clip. There's a close up of her somewhere. Maybe it wasn't. I mean, I thought I saw it as well. But there's a close up of her doing that. Maybe I'm just tripping. I don't see it. Right. I thought it was this one, but no. Oh, right here. See. So that clip. Oh, let me close inspector here. Right here. I should turn the magneting on. Oh, oops. Yeah, I think this is one clip that I didn't add for the other one that I could have, but I didn't realize that this was part of this. So I saw it. Hey, this guy do it. So hey, we added it there. Wait, and now let's see. Is this zoomable? But I mean, there is this extra space here. So let's just see the inspector. I also have the audio. No, it's not zoomable. Oh, now that I also saw his video, I can tell that this clip goes ah too fast. Let me use the scroll wheel instead of that. When he gets scared here, ah, when he gets scared here is when I should use this clip. I wanna nope, nope. I don't want to do that. Yes. And I want to add this back. Yeah, that. Hey, where's the clip of her moving like that? Did I move it over here? Oh, because I just edited the end. Ugh, too many clips. Too many clips, one timeline. Ah, I'll fix it again in the other one. I kind of want to leave this one as is, but whatever. Really, I wanted to leave that timeline as is, but I guess I ended up messing with it. A mistake. Why is it doing that? Because the red clip is over there. Why didn't it stick? It just what happened there? I don't know, but we can press T and maybe do that. That fixes it. Nope, that does not fix it. So let's just do that. And I think if I just grab this, just expand that, and just grab, delete this, grab this. Yeah. So my new footage looks like that. Looks back. Close up of her, which I didn't have the other one. And he's walking closer. Again. Goes to the side. Goes to touch it and clicks. Cool, cool. So now I have two versions. Kind of feel bad because I did add this one, this little bit at the end here, which I misunderstood. I just misunderstood the story, which makes sense because he got scared. When people get scared, people want to know, okay, why is he scared? Not, I mean, makes sense. Makes sense. So, so I did edit my original story just a tiny bit. I guess I could add the girl thing. Like, just copy this clip, copy, and just add it here. And then I have the whole story, right? Yeah. Now I have the whole story on how it should be with different edits and stuff because I understood it. And then we have the one with the zoom. The zoomed story version I will leave here because that's just me playing with this amazing inspector tool right here, which I'm gonna be able to do a lot. Like, how do you zoom in was one of my biggest questions so far, and he answered it today. The inspector tabs, video, allows allows for zoom and rotation, ro- zoom rotation and movement of clips, which is super useful. I mean, reactive, you have one big clip, right? Like you only have one recorded. There, the reaction, you want to zoom in on the recording, you make the two clips, boom, boom, zoom in, and then zoom back out, continue the recording. So just that alone, like that makes a whole video completely different. So thank you for joining me tonight. Um, I'm just gonna close that out. So thank you for joining me tonight, guys. It's been a long night. It's like 11:20, but I've had a lot of fun. Honestly, I was dreading to start a little bit, just because starting something is difficult. Had a good day, and for those who are following along, I hope you're enjoying the editing course as much as I am. I knew it was gonna be a good course because it's literally 5 hours long. So I had to have heavy, like more detail than anything you ever look at because it's 5 hours long. Like you must have put content in it. So I'm definitely getting a lot of value from it. Definitely this guy is a good teacher. I doubted the QWS, but no more doubts for the QWS. Uh, that's about it. Thank you for joining me tonight. I hope you have a good night and a good day tomorrow or whenever you're watching this. Thank you for coming along. Um, a like and subscribe would be Highly appreciated if you're enjoying it so you don't miss future content. And again, have a good night. Take care.